Hello, hello, hello. I am Taren S. I'm so happy to see you leaning in today, witch. If you're a new witch, this is your first time here, let me be the first to say welcome home. There is a place for you in our community. I'm an old Southern conjuring witch that's been in the community for decades. You would call me a traditional witch, American folk magic, folkloric witch. We have lots of different names, titles, and descriptions. Now, with that said, let's talk about today's topic, which is how do I do cleansings and protect my space when I have roommates, I have family, I have things that don't allow it. I need to do it on the lowdown. When putting skulls in your corners is deemed scary, all right? I'm with you, witch. Not everybody has the luxury of putting their stuff out in the open. Start walking around with your feather and saying your words, and you got relatives saying you're possessed by something evil. Or if you start trying to do a good smudging, they start telling you it's the devil's work. Ah! So now you're in a situation where you're on the lowdown. What do? Well, sweetie, there are all sorts of ways that you can do this. First of all, as witches, we've been on the lowdown for a couple of millennium now, all right? It's our specialty. All right, very few of us get to practice out in the open. I know I am privileged and blessed that I do get to speak my authentic truth, but there's a whole other video on the downside of that. All right, witches. So let's get back on topic, which is what are we gonna do? I want to cleanse my space and I don't want to let anyone know what I'm doing. I want to do protection on my space, but I don't want to tell my roommates. All right, first, cleanse your space when they're not there. Wait until no one's around, run around, and hook it up. It's always good to cleanse our spaces, on a daily basis when we're able to. But again, this is where you got to start looking for those timings, all right? And getting into the habit of doing a daily cleansing, cleaning, all right? And if you are working protection for your home, then you're going to want to be doing that daily, all right? And you're like, but how can I do this? They're around. Wait till they're not. Okay, but know that sometime today, this is a priority. A lot of times like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. We've all done said that. Quickest way you can cleanse your space if they're home, aromatherapy witches. Come on, get a diffuser, put some scents in there. Got all sorts of fragrances that are going to correlate to whatever you need. Okay? All right, next one I want to talk about is use salt, all right? You only need just a couple of little grains of salt. Go sprinkle in your corners. All right, like I showed you earlier, this is actually, he is one of my protectors, and why I love him is because I can put stuff in his head. And I will load him up with protection, or I may load him up with whatever my theme is, all right? If I'm doing a welcome ancestors, I'm going to put it all in his head. I sit him out. Not everybody has that luxury, but guess what? A Tupperware bowl, a little sandwich bag, works just like him. You can tuck it places, but if you are wanting cleansing, protection, purification, you only need like 3 or 4 granules of salt. My favorite salts are the big coarse ones, like the Mediterranean salt, and I will purposely take out 5 is what I use. All right, y'all know I'm a numbers witch, okay? It's all got to work in my brain, and 5 is the right number when I'm sitting space in a room, and I will put 5 grains of salt in each corner of the room, all right? And you can always do it on the lowdown, okay? And another thing you can do is have you an enchanted mirror, all right? Take, your hallway mirror, start working it, okay? you know, and you can get really creative with mirrors, okay? Let me see. I'm gonna stop 1 sec because I have a couple of notes. All right, all right. Hang an enchanted mirror in the front door, in front of your front door, so people see it, or in front of your room, your bedroom, so that when an individual walks in, the first thing that they see is their reflection. This will act as another defense against negative energies, but it will also work as a protection for you by reflecting any negative energy they have back on them. All right? You know, and this is where take your mirror and go whisper words to it, hang it up where it needs to be. When you walk by it, just sort of touch it and be like, good job. All right? You know, but enchanted mirrors for protection are amazing. I have a mirror up near my front door that I do whisper into it, you know. The folks walking into this door, if they try to bring any foul, make sure it stays on them and their reflection back. All right. You can also use natural things to cleanse, to protect, to save your space. Pretty little water fountain. Ooh, y'all know water's the elixir of life. All right, crystals, plants, flowers that correlate with your working. All right, if you are wanting peace, friendship, bring rosemary into your place or plant it by your front door. All right. And this will also, if you have these, crystals for absorbing negative energy, big hunk of quartz crystal does wonders, all right? You know, another thing I love to do is I get the foam window cleaner and I spray protection sigils on my windows when I'm cleaning them. All right, I spray my big old protection up there, stand in front of them. I'm like, no one's entering my house, you know, that's got, you know, foul intent toward me or only good folks. Whatever's in my brain is what I say in that moment. But get your foam window cleaner, spray it, mirror any surface, mirrors, all right, in your house. You know, another form of enchantment, windows. All right, all of my indoor, outdoor windows, I put protection sigils on, okay? That, you know, only good things can come through this doorway, all right? And whatever your rune or sigils are. All right, next thing one of the things that comes under the radar, witches, is a candle. Put your nice pretty candle out there, light it, all right? You know, just illuminate the room. And as you're lighting it, think it like that this candle shall illuminate this space. This candle is going to fill this space, you know, with blessings, with protection. And it's easy enough to go in your room by yourself and charge your candle up. And then you can go sit it out and be like, tell folks, ooh, I got me a nice smelling candle. And light it up, you know. They don't have to know what you're doing that for, all right, you know. And of course, if you do have roommates, you may have to be aware of scents and fragrances. So do try to be kind and work with them. And remember that there's always an alternative for whatever fragrance, all right? I don't particularly care for eucalyptus. I'm probably one of the few witches that I'm like, yeah, not my flavor of the moment, all right? But I can replace that with any pine or cedar. It's going to give me the same type of magical property that I'm looking for. So always remember that there is something else on the list that you can use, okay? All right, y'all know I'm down here reading my notes, all right? And the one thing I do want to say is leave an offering. Very simple. A little bowl of salt, a little bowl of water on your on your nightstand, somewhere inconspicuously tucked over in a corner. All right. You don't have to have all of this to make magic. This behind me is aesthetic. All right? I love my aesthetics, but my magic comes from here. All right? And when I travel, I do take a little traveling witch kit. All right, because I go into a hotel room, or if I'm at someone's house in, the guest room, and I want to set that space. All right, I will bring out my crystals. I normally have a little bit of herbs that I sprinkle. I bring black salt. I may bring a little graveyard dirt. Before I leave, I will get a little together, a bag of goodies, and I put in the bag what I feel I need. This is where we were talking that intuitive magic witches. All right, I just get a little bag and I put a couple of little things in there. I typically will bring like 2 or 3 little votive candles because I know I can burn those safely. I don't try to bring any of my pillar candles. They also break, I have found, traveling. But I will bring that little votive candle and 3 crystals. I normally bring 3 quartz crystals, 3 amethyst crystals, all right? And I will bring what I call my bright and shinies, little offerings. Maybe little tumbled stones, could be missing buttons, just anything that's in my little bright and shiny offering bowl. And I will set my bright and shiny bowl out. I will light my votive. I set out my crystals, and of course, spiritual sprays. And that's also when you're mopping, okay? Dusting, mopping, vacuuming, all of those, guess what? You can put magic in there, all right? You can hook your mop water up. And if you're using a Swiffer, what I like, take your Swiffer and then get you a bottle of moon water and spray your Swiffer and then do your floor with it, all right? If you're using just straight mop water, pour that water up in there. You can also put a little bit of essential herbs in there as well. Not the actual herb, the essence of, the oils. For a second I was that I'm dumping herbs in it and then you're going to put it all over your kitchen floor. No, do not do that. When you are dusting, you can take any 4 thieves vinegar, all right? Florida water, blessed moon water, any of your infused waters. Y'all know that I have a thing for Miss Crystal's bay rum. I will spray my duster. I have my duster and I spray it with that bay rum and then I do my dusting. All right? And it's helping me to cleanse my space. And that's something that's very simple and easy to do on the lowdown, is that you're dusting up the space, but in reality, you are cleansing it of it energetically as well. And it's always good when we are cleansing our spaces in spiritual energy realms. We also need to cleanse our space in physical realms, which is, so dust is what I'm saying. Clean, unclutter those corners. Energy needs to flow. All right, if you're feeling like your space is funky, look in those corners. Clear those corners out. Wipe them down. All right? Things get clogged up in there. I'm for real. That's one of the things. You always want to make sure that you keep your corners right. All right, witches. Of course, I'm going to tell you, go to houseofwitchcraft.com. All right, you can join up for the 13 moons. We are a virtual community. We have online activities. We do. Also, if you are part of here in San Diego, you can come to the cottage for a full moon that I do every month, but I also do it in virtual space. So you still get to participate, all right? And what else am I supposed to be telling y'all? Hit that subscribe, hit the notify, all those buttons on YouTube. And the last little tidbit is for you witches who have watched till the end. I have a secret and I'm so excited. All right, in January, in one of my videos. You gotta watch till the end because y'all know I'm a sneaky witch. I'm gonna tell you how you can win all 6 of my books. I'm gonna sign with your name on it, if you would like your name on it, but I will sign and send you all 6 of the books that I have written, all right? And so stay tuned for those details. And of course, it's a secret giveaway, so don't tell anybody. Shh. All right. I hope y'all have as bright of a blessed day as I'm having. And as always, it never changes. I say 4 words as a way of giving honor, reverence, and respect to those that have made the Who is Taren, the crossroads that I walk on, and those influences that have been in my life. It is how I cite my sources. So, with that said, amen, blessed be, ashe, and ebabo.